Hello and welcome. You're watching DBMN TV. This is Monisa Rambai bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. The Salesians of Don Bosco and the Maltese National Federation of Past Pupils and Friends of Don Bosco, together with members of the Ukrainian community in Malta, are holding an exhibition to mark the first anniversary since the start of the war in Ukraine. Entitled 365th February, the exhibition was inaugurated by His Excellency Monsieur Savio Hontai Fai, Apostolic Nuncio for Malta, in the presence of Father Paul Formosa SDB, Provincial of the Salesian Vice Province of Malta, and Mr. Brian Magro, President of the World Confederation of Past Pupils of Don Bosco. The exhibition features artworks of Ukrainian artists from the Artist Support Ukraine Foundation and other works by Ukrainian artists living in Malta, conveying the sufferings endured by the Ukrainian people. Together with the artworks, a short film was created to raise awareness of the ongoing war in Ukraine among Maltese residents. Visitors are invited to express their thoughts and emotions on their experience through different artistic means in drawing, writing, or leaving their print on canvas. A center called Trano Zaza Maditra, or Home for Naughty Boys, is the state-run rehabilitation center that houses over 100 children and youths in Anjana Masina, a suburb of the capital Antananarivo. Here for years, the Salesians of Don Bosco have been distributing meals every Sunday and during midweek feasts, as well as engaging in recreational activities with the adolescents. Music, theatre, sports, as well as spiritual formation through the celebration of Mass, catechism, and the screening of religious and educational documentaries are some of the activities in which we try to involve minors at different stages of their detention, said Father Giovanni Corselli, a Salesian missionary in Madagascar for nearly 40 years and director of the Ankililoka House, to Firis agency about his personal experience serving the Anjana Mesana Juvenile Prison. Exactly 1 year has passed since the invasion of Ukraine. Over 2 lakhs dead, 40,000 wounded, nearly 2,700 schools bombed and 500 destroyed are just some of the current figures of the conflict. Nearly 18 million people need urgent humanitarian and aid to live, and more than 5.5 million school children have seen their education disrupted by the war. Millions of lives were changed forever on February 24th last year. When the shelling started, water, electricity and gas were also cut off. We could not wash and it was difficult to get food, recalls Boris, who fled Mariupol, a city that no longer exists because it is burnt and destroyed. Salesian missionaries have been at the side of the population since the beginning, accompanying and welcoming refugees in neighboring countries and helping displaced people in Ukraine. In recent months, the bombings have been compounded by winter, with temperatures reaching as low as 20 degrees Celsius, which has greatly increased suffering and need. In the same days in which the Rector Major will be visiting the province of India, Hyderabad, 25th to 28th February, his vicar, Father Stefano Martoglio, will also be in India, but about 1,500 kilometers further north, engaged in the visit of animation to the province of Jesus, the Good Shepherd of India, New Delhi, INN. For Father Martoglio, who had visited the Indian provinces of Bangalore, INK, and Chennai, INM, last November, this is the first visit to the INN province. After reaching New Delhi in the early hours on the morning of Saturday 25th February, the Rector Major's vicar will preside over the Mass at the Provincial House in New Delhi and then move to the Don Bosco Technical Institute at Okla, followed by the visit to the Salesian School in Alaknanda, where he will meet the students and teachers. He will then fly to Ranchi and spend the evening with the Salesians of that region. The Salesian School of Communication SSSC is the first of its kind in the church to be successfully conducted on a variety of topics with great participation, said General Counsellor for Social Communication, Father Gildacio Mendes, on the 23rd of February 2023 at the online concluding ceremony of SSSC of the South Asia region. Addressing the participant in his keynote address, Father Mendes congratulated the delegates and participants of the region for carrying out strong and effective social communication. SSSC was a success because of the 95% work done by the delegates for believing in what they were doing in the field of communication. Formation is the heart and the center of the program of the Rector Major. Thus, the SSSC has greatly contributed to the ongoing formation of the Salesians, said Father Mendes. I remember visiting a few provinces during my visit to India, and the communication centers working in different provinces showed creativity and zeal to reach out to the young and the lay through social media, added Father Mendes. He thanked the delegates of South Asian region for fostering and believing in communication. Father Mendes concluded by thanking the core team and the resource persons for their contribution and for executing the SSLC successfully. Speaking on the occasion, Regional Councillor for South Asia, Father Biju Michael said, "I am happy to know the Salesians, youth and the lay people actively took part in the SSSC program." When we look at the church in India, we are reminded of the two key purposes of social communication. The first one is the defense of truth, and the second, the promotion of the Christian values in the entire society. I am sure the topics of SSSC have dealt with these. However, the challenges of today are to pay attention to content creation and the circumstances in which the content is presented. The concrete example would be fake media, false news, which raises the question if the content is in keeping with the truth. Also, the church says it would be shameful if the challenges of technology allow the word of God to be silenced or obstructed. Hence, the need to be trained in proper communication technology is the need of the hour. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.